Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very, very special episode of the Gloves Off podcast. I am your host, Max Malik, along with my co-host, Elle McKenzie. Today, we are throwing it back this week. We have our former hosts of the Gloves Off podcast, Kendall Skalicky and Josh Bartosik. Kendall, Josh, thank you guys so much for coming back. It's great to have both of you.
Yay, thank you for having us.
This is so exciting. I'm so happy that you guys were able to come. I had to check both of your team schedules. I was like, do they have anything Tuesday night? I don't know, but here we are, so it worked. But how are you guys? What's going on?
Well,
I think it's not very fun.
Good. Wait, thank you guys though for having us though. When I got this text, I was so excited. I was kind of waiting, and I was like, I hope they have us at some point. But I thought it would be your last thing later. So this was a nice surprise. Because I haven't really gotten to talk to my friend Josh either. So I'm glad that we're all back together.
Aww. Yeah, I thought it was a good mid-season check-in kind of thing. See how everyone's doing.
Yeah, for sure.
But how are you guys?
No, it's been busy. Right before we were recording, I was just talking. I think me and Kendall both agree that we don't really see the sun a whole lot now that it's winter, and we're kind of spending 12-hour days at the rinks. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I can't sit here and say I'm as fancy as Miss Philadelphia Flyers digital reporter over there, but no, my life's not too shabby out in the state of hockey, Minnesota. So
loving that. So obviously, Kendall, how's Philly? How are the Flyers? What's going on?
Oh my God, I just love it. I moved into the city last week, so I'm still adjusting, but it's definitely improved my quality of life. Being 15 minutes and not the hour and a half drive morning and night was really tough. And you don't realize how much of your day that takes up, because it was can't go to the gym. Well, I mean, you could, but I personally am not one to wake up at 5 a.m. So that wasn't happening. But no, I love the city. I love work. Like Josh was saying, sometimes you don't see the sun that much, but I just remind myself that whenever I get tired and I'm oh my gosh, these days are so long, I just remember this is my job. This is so much fun and this is my work. So it could be so much worse than this, but I know I love it. It's been a dream come true. So I'm very, very happy.
Good. I love to hear that. Well, I feel like we have the same thing going on. There's no sun in Penn State, so maybe that kind of prepared you guys a little bit more than just work experience, but the weather of Penn State prepared you for your lives. But Josh, how are you?
Being in the cold, definitely. I'm doing great. It actually snowed earlier today, which if you guys don't know, I'm a huge snow guy because growing up in North Carolina, that wasn't a huge thing. But it is it's very weird going from a place like Penn State to a place in here in Minnesota where everybody's talking about hockey all the time, and they're not particularly fans of Penn State. So I kind of have to be under the radar when I talk about college hockey, because a lot of my coworkers want to have a bet with me this weekend for when Penn State plays Minnesota, but they'll probably lose that bet if things go according to plan. But no, it's been good. Team's great. Everyone here is super fun. We have a teddy bear toss this week, so that'll also be fun too.
Just copying us word for word, bar for bar, taking all our traditions here, because we just had the teddy bear toss this past
and don't
weekend,
worry, because the video that they posted with Gavin McKenna, we're probably gonna do something very similar for the teddy bear toss. So don't worry, it's gonna be.
That was me.
We're picking. Yeah, well, it was a great video, and I saw that. I was I know that Elle's behind this, and I'll probably end up stealing a lot of the stuff that we do out here. We kind of steal from Penn State, but
I'm honored.
None of my bosses have a problem with it yet, so it's really an honor.
So you're doing some social media stuff out there?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that the Rochester Grizzlies post is normally me. I've been trying to log back into our TikTok, which has been shadow banned twice somehow. I'm not sure what we did to get banned on TikTok.
TikTok hates hockey. I'm telling you, it's a thing.
Yeah.
TikTok is something.
It's a huge thing.
Hockey.
That's so
I don't know
funny.
what it is, but our Instagram
cool.
stuff does really well. We've been posting on Twitter and LinkedIn and stuff. So gotten a lot of social media stuff, and the guys on the team seem to like it, which was a big question mark going in, because I know there's a couple guys, at least at Penn State, I know there were a few guys that did not like talking to the media, but these guys seem to be pretty chill with doing it. So
you get to do a lot of different things out there, not just play-by-play and broadcasting.
Yeah, social media stuff, a lot of marketing too. I've started trying to do some sales,
Cool.
and that's kind of how it is too.
Basically
Like when
running
you
the
get
whole
out to be. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're pretty
mean, we
much a
have
general
a big.
manager at this point, Josh. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually gonna call up some other some coaches. I might, put the skates on and do a little drills, and I might make some trades myself. But
They might need a
no, I mean,
goalie
when you
this
get to these,
weekend.
they could use a goalie. Who knows? Got to go back to my olden days.
That's
But
so funny.
yeah, I mean, when it gets to like junior hockey, you're doing a lot of roles, but it's fun too because I mean, I get to do a lot of stuff with graphics and social media that I didn't do a whole lot of at Penn State. Besides when I was Josh Bartosik for 3 months on Twitter, but that's about it. So I get to expand my horizons a little bit. It's fun.
Love that. Love that.
and a question that I got from before coming into the studio, I believe it was from Com Radio Zone, Matt Becker. Do you know how to
Oh God.
do you know how to do your dishes yet? Yes or no?
Wow, and that's crazy coming from him, who actually never lived with me. He just heard what Justin Tyler Chavalella said all the time. But yes, I do my own dishes. A lot easier when it's just one person's dishes versus four. Also helps that my dishwasher doesn't work, so I have to wash my dishes by hand every night.
Are you
But
both
uh,
living alone or do you have like roommates? What's the situation?
I have a roommate. I actually live with Gianna from Josh.
Oh,
You met her, yeah, from Penn State. She's working for my dad's company actually, and she's from Pittsburgh, so she had to move this way.
oh
So it
wow.
was like a very nice transition because we've already lived together, so it's been fun.
So
Love
Kendall,
that.
you're like right in the middle of the city, or
I am. I'm right next to City Hall, so I'm right
oh,
in the
that's
thick
cool.
of it. Yeah.
Okay.
wow,
Very
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Is that your
Yeah.
view behind
big time
you?
reporter over there.
Yeah. You can kind of see. I mean,
Okay.
nothing crazy view wise.
Are you high up? I can't really tell.
I'm kind of, not really. I'm
Oh.
like 14th floor.
Oh. That's a little too
14th
high
floor.
for me,
That's
but
pretty
Really?
high.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a little bit scary.
Oh my gosh. My building has like it goes up to 50, I think.
Oh,
Oh my
Wow.
God. Mm-mm.
can't
Nope.
use the
Can't do that.
stairs.
Yes, I
Yeah.
certainly can't use the stairs. So
Yeah. No, but it's so funny because we keep saying now we're like, oh God, Max.
And no, I like how you just kind of blew over that for a little bit.
Well, it kind of took a minute, and then I was like, oh my God. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, we just keep joking that it's like glorified Penn State, like going into the city. Like I going home after school, Josh, I don't know how you felt, but like it was kind of rough. Like it was kind of weird for me. Not rough. I love my family. It was very nice to be home. But going from like being independent to like fully back home, and at least my parents, I feel like when I come back home, like they treat me like they did when I was 16. So I'm just like, guys, I need like a little bit of space.
Yep.
So
That's so funny.
No, yeah,
yeah,
it was.
Have you guys had much of like a social life or are you working a lot?
working a lot. This weekend was like my first weekend. I didn't have games since I don't know. It was my first Friday, Saturday where I didn't have work and I felt like I tried to squeeze everything in, so it was like a really brutal Sunday, but it's okay. Like where that's the other thing like I remind myself of is like this is our season. Like we're in season.
Mhm.
It's not like this like it's not going to be like this in the summer.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
you just have to
Yeah.
get
What's
through this time.
what's the social scene like in Rochester, Josh?
Not a whole lot going on. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it's a very pretty city. I love the downtown area, but I mean, I'm like a 10-15 minute drive from the heart of downtown. And, for me to go out and do social stuff, it's tough. A lot of people that I work with they're around the same age, but they're like, upper 20s, maybe early 30s. And they're all, they're kind of like settled down. They've got like fiancés or, long-term girlfriends or whatever it is. And they're like, oh, I just kind of want to, stay in this week. I'm like, well, I'm 22. Like, I want to like go have some fun and like go like see a movie or whatever. But it's also tough when all the guys on the team are like 16 to 20, and I don't really want to hang out with people that are under the age of 21. Like, it's just weird being a post grad kid now. But there's some good parks around here. I've gone on a couple walks, go to the movies every now and again. I get out when I can, but it's been tough trying to find people. I'm sure Kendall, you're kind of the same way. Just trying to find people that are the same age and also find time because there's just so much going on all the time.
Yeah, for sure. This like is a funky age, I think, because same here with me. Like a lot of the people I work with aren't our age. They're either like married or about to be married, I feel like. And the players, I kind of the opposite thing. The players are also like married and have children. Yeah, it's just a weird age because it was so funny going from Penn State and like I felt so old at the end to now I feel like I'm an infant and I'm like playing house and like shouldn't be doing this. It's so weird.
That is very funny to think about.
Yeah.
Well, you also are literally, has it even been 6 months since graduating and you both have like full-time jobs?
I think this is like
officially last week it was, I think.
Which is so weird. I said to Gianna last night, I was like, when do I have to like not, when is it not acceptable to have my graduation pictures like as my profile pictures everywhere? Because I was like, oh my God, it's been 6 months. That's crazy.
Well, I just think it's so weird for me. I mean, I still have a year and a half, but I just met with my advisor last week and I only have to pick classes 2 more times now. And I'm like, that is not okay. Like, I literally just had my freshman year. Why do I have 1 year left? Like,
it really is crazy.
It goes by fast. It goes by so fast.
Then there's me, the first semester freshman. And that's kind of where I want to take it to next is when we have guys on the team here, we always talk about how did you get into hockey? What was, your early career like? When did you guys realize that broadcast journalism and sports media was the thing that you wanted to go into and you wanted to be these on-air, on-camera personalities? And then to fast forward a little bit, what was your freshman years at Penn State like?
Do you want to go, Josh, or do you want me to?
I can go first for this one. So funny thing for me was you guys were, for you, Max, you maybe have been like 3 years old when COVID happened. But when I was a senior in high school, COVID was a thing that was happening. Actually,
you are old, man.
Yeah. Well, don't even get me started because there's a player on our team who I told him when I graduated high school, and he was like, "Oh, I was 8 years old then." Hey, don't tell me that. Yeah, don't say that to me. Why would you ever say that? I feel like I'm a grandpa. I have like 3 separate 401k accounts already. But I was a senior in high school, and funny enough, and I love saying it because it's so 2 very different things. It was either sports journalism or veterinary medicine were the 2 things I wanted to go into college for. I wasn't very good at science. I also didn't really understand what being a vet was. I thought I just got to pet dogs all day. Not what a vet does. So I decided to go into the sports broadcasting role. And COVID kind of helped when, you were home all the time. And I, had all the NHL games, Chell or Madden, whatever it was. And I would just have the computer play each other. And I would just kind of broadcast that way. My mom definitely got sick of my voice within 2 weeks for sure. But then kind of took that into Penn State, comm radio, ended up doing, men's hockey, a lot of men's hockey. Last year was great. Kendall and I got to go to a bunch of really cool places for that. But my freshman year, oh boy, wow. Well, for half of it, we still had to wear masks. I don't know if you remember that, Kendall. That was like so weird.
Yeah.
There's that.
Really crazy to think about.
It's so weird to think about. And a lot of it was I was nervous too, because COVID kind of messed with a lot of it, but it was, you had this whole life back home, and I moved. Because I'm from North Carolina, so I went to college 8 hours away. I was starting a fresh slate, and I was just so nervous and didn't really know where I was going to go. And then I found comm radio, and by the time like October, November rolled around, I started really getting a good group of people, some friends that I hope to, call my friends the rest of my life, people that I hope will one day be in my wedding, and I'll have, lots of gatherings with them and whatnot. But that was a weird feeling freshman year. And they're just, I think by the time you get comfortable freshman year, then Thanksgiving break rolls around and you're like, well, I was just getting comfy. Now I'm back home for a week.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I feel right now.
Yeah. And then you're back for 2 weeks and you're gone for 3 for winter break. And then you have no time off in the spring. It's weird freshman year trying to get into a groove with natural with this.
Kendall, how about you?
Wait, what was the question?
How did you get your start in broadcast journalism? When did you know it was like the thing you wanted to do? And then what was your freshman year at Penn State like?
Okay, yes. Oh my gosh. I knew I wanted to do broadcast because I'm one of 3 girls and my dad is like the craziest Philly sports fan that you can meet. I'm sure you know a few of those. And because I'm the oldest, like I kind of was always with him going to games, and he played hockey. Hockey was always his favorite sport. So that's just kind of what I got the most familiar with. And then when I was going to school, I knew I couldn't stand sitting at a desk. I'm very like antsy ADHD. Like I knew I couldn't be doing like finance or I would drive myself nuts. And then once I didn't even know that you could like major in that. Like no one I know or in my family did that. And then when we were looking into it and I found out I could go to school for that, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. But at the time I didn't know for sure that I wanted to do hockey. And then just going to Penn State, I kind of fell in love with it because I like going in. I think everyone's like football, football, football. And then when I started working with hockey, I was like, wait, I like love this. And I just like fell in love with it and knew like pretty quickly that's where I wanted to stay. Freshman year was my least favorite year for sure. So like I always tell, yeah, I know. I feel like people either have a great freshman year or it's iffy. My second half I loved. First half, I think again going back to the COVID thing for us, it was just really weird going from lockdown to like a school like Penn State. I think everyone didn't really know how to like act. So it was like a hard transition for me. Like I'm not gonna lie and act like it was the best thing ever. Like my first semester was pretty rough. And then I found awesome. So like kind of how Josh with Com Radio, like that's why I tell people too, like you have to get involved. Like without sports night and awesome and like finding those smaller groups, like I think I would have had a much harder time. Once I found those groups and got into the swing of things, that's when I like really fell in love with Penn State too. But it is it's hard going to a school that big when you're my high school is super small too, but I think once you find your people, as Josh said, and get into the swing of things, it's the best. And I wish I could go back.
What was your guys' moment where you realized this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life?
Oh God.
That's a tough one. Honestly, for me, I think the second I put the heads on for my first ever broadcast, which was which was women's basketball against LIU with Mac Young. If Kendall, I think you met Mac once or twice, maybe. Yeah. So that I was like, oh yeah, I really want to do this. I always knew I wanted to do hockey, but what really set the tone for me, I think, was probably sophomore year, just the first year on the men's hockey beat, and they got so close to making it to the Frozen Four, losing to Michigan in overtime in Allentown, and just being a part of that journey with them. Doing the press conferences, talking to the players, building those connections and those relationships. That I was like, this is something I easily want to do for the rest of my life. And it was the best thing too, because I went in thinking, I just want to do broadcasting. But by the time that I became a reporter for men's hockey for Penn State, I was like, I want to do this too. Like I want to write and do all this other fun stuff. So I think sophomore year, probably the second that first time seeing Gagadowski with his toothless smile walk in, I kind of was like, I feel a little bit at home.
I love that.
Oh yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah, that was super sweet.
Oh, guys.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of like that was a very good line. I feel like I don't have something like that wholesome, but I don't know. Maybe when I started, I feel like freshman year was a lot just pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and then sophomore year when you like get more opportunities. I think maybe when I started doing interviews and stuff, and then I remember some of the parents were like so excited about it, and they were like, oh my gosh, we love hearing from them. Like, can you interview my son? Like that type of interaction. I was like, oh, this is really cool that like I get to be that middleman that can have people like hear from these guys and like look at them as more than just a number on the ice. So I think like a moment like that is when I was like, it became more fulfilling than just like your job.
Yeah, and you mentioned that too, like this past weekend. Gosh, so many people, and especially I want to give a shout out to the Dowiak family. So many of them were like, oh, we listened to the podcast every episode.
That's
they
awesome.
loved the episode with Dane, so they supported it so much. And also, you guys mentioned a lot of really cool clubs, some that I'm not in Awesome, but I'm in Com Radio, not in Sports Night. We'll see what happens there. And you also mentioned the opportunities that those clubs provide. Was there a specific time or maybe something specifically that they sent you to cover that is the most memorable or the most memorable moment or thing you've covered throughout your collegiate career?
Oh, you're testing my memory.
I know it's a long time ago, but you got this. You can do it.
There's no way that you're not going to say what I think you're going to say.
I know what
I know what Josh is going to say.
No, I know what Kendall's going to say.
I have two things, and I'm not kidding. It sounds really silly when if you get it, you get it. But like these two things, like I genuinely had the same feeling that I don't know that I'll ever feel again in my life. Though when we were in Allentown and we won those games and we were going to the Frozen Four,
there it
like
is.
that moment was like I could start crying. Like it was the coolest thing ever. And then obviously I was at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that one too.
There it is.
Yeah. Her being like, I need to test my memory from a whole 8 months ago.
Yeah. you made it like this whole thing you put on Instagram. It's like, oh, I got to celebrate Saquon Barkley and Cooper DeJean's birthday 8 months later. Can't remember it.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to bring up the Super Bowl because I didn't think it was like relevant.
Well, I was going to ask you about it.
It's the Super Bowl. Of course it's relevant.
Yes. When Cooper got the pick six, that was also I enjoyed it very much. Yes.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat with Allentown. I remember that entire weekend. I think back on it so often. I mean, it was the best, from the main game being as dominant as it was to how I probably could have passed out from stress during the UConn game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then my face getting plastered all over Twitter for a little bit was a little bit embarrassing when Matt DeMarco scored. But that entire weekend was unbelievable. I kind of want to lump that in with St. Louis too. St. Louis, honestly, I mean, the Frozen Four was fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think anything will top the whole atmosphere that weekend of Allentown. There's just something different.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think it was just so different because of all the Penn State people that were there. Like, it didn't feel like, I don't know, I wasn't in St. Louis, unfortunately, but I heard it was like very neutral. And I feel like Allentown, they did a great job of making.
Yeah. I don't know that I love the way that they do that, because they were explaining. I was shocked at like the atmosphere. Like, it was busy, but like fans from every different school, so it was like kind of quiet. I kind of it's interesting how they do that. But yeah, as Josh said, the Allentown atmosphere was just unreal. And I also think for me and Josh too, like we had been like loyal to hockey for years now and like had stuck with this team, and we had some really rough periods with the team, and like going into senior year, we did not think we were going to get to that point. So it was like being along for that whole ride, and then like watching them get there was just so cool. It was awesome.
I'm going to cry thinking about it, honestly. Like I remember like our last episode before New Year's, you were like, wow, we only got like 5 more of these, huh? I really do, because they hadn't won a game in the Big Ten. We were like, well, it was fun while it lasted.
And 8 in the Big Ten and went to the Frozen Four. Like, that's
it was ridiculous. It was so awesome. And again, like the thing about Allentown too was that like there was so much tension the entire weekend, because it was like, is Penn State finally going to do it? And then once they got over that hump, yeah, you would have loved to see them beat Boston, potentially win a national championship. But it kind of felt like they'd achieved everything that was really in front of them.
Yeah, like
that year. And when you got
I made it moment.
But it was there. Nothing will ever top senior year. Just like the entirety of it, like from January on, even like the beginning of this season, like there was just so much, and it's gonna sit with me forever.
How do you guys? Josh, you've definitely been paying. I don't know about Kendall, but Josh, you've been paying a lot more attention to the team also this year. How do you think that the team this year is comparing to how they did last year?
Yeah, well, it helps that I have to, not have to, but I do a little bit of freelance on the side for WordPress. Those that are listening, you should subscribe, please, so I can get a little bit of money too at the same time. But it's weird watching this. I mean, they're in a better spot than they were at this point in time last year, which bar was low. I mean, they were, winless in Big Ten play. But I think there's still a lot to be desired for this Penn State team. I think a lot of people were expecting. I mean, we'll talk about Gavin McKenna a little bit, but I think the more important thing is that the other CHL talent that kind of came over, guys like Shea Van Olm, Lev Katzen, guys of that nature, people were expecting them to, just kind of jump in and do what they did in the CHL last year. I mean, Shea Van Olm had 50 goals, but it's only got one. I think he's just got one on the year so far right now. It's a tough transition. I mean, college hockey is a lot more physical, and this is now a Penn State team, especially, that's a lot more CHL induced than in years past. And also doesn't help when Aiden Fink's hurt and Cade Christensen's out at the moment too. But I think all things considered, it's been a good start to the year. I think people are just, for some people, I think they're a little bit disappointed because I think they were expecting Penn State to run the table because you had a guy like Gavin McKenna who's a generational talent, and he's very, very good. But you haven't really seen those flashes of generational talent yet. I think also he's a 17-year-old who's 150 pounds soaking wet, so it's going to take him a little bit of time to get going. But power plays looked good for Penn State. Penalty kill has been decent. I mean, also they just got through the gauntlet of their first half stretch. I mean, Michigan State and Michigan back to back, and they got a point against Michigan State and they split Michigan. Like, that's pretty solid for two teams that are very, very good. But I think there's still a lot of growing pains with this Penn State team. I think goaltending, there's been a lot left to be desired at times, especially I think Kevin Riedler is a guy that, is very hot and cold. They'd like for him to get a lot less streaky. And there's the defense because of the fact that, you're missing one of your best defenders in Cade Christensen. It kind of sucks to not have him around. But at this point in the season being, I think, 10-4, I think is their official record, something along those lines. It's solid. I mean, they're only going to get better. They're going to get healthier. They don't have any games for a while after Minnesota this week, and I think that's going to help them in the long run too. But I think people were a little bit too high on the fact that getting out of Gavin McKenna, they thought Penn State would somehow go undefeated and run the table, which was never going to be the case.
Totally. Are you making it to Minneapolis this weekend for the games, or is that too far for you?
I wish I could. The problem is that the games that Penn State plays against Minnesota are the same times the games that we have this weekend at home. So rough. I can't. Right. And I can't as much as I would love to go support the boys out in Minneapolis, it's only an hour drive for me. It would be a little bit weird for there to be a silent broadcast this weekend. So I don't really want to get fired just yet. I'm kind of enjoying my job right now, but I'll be checking in and I'll be tuning in when I can. I'll have my iPad on the side muted and I'll sneak some glances over. But I did heavily think about it. It sucks. One of the few. It's actually the only weekend in November that I've had. That we've had home games, so it's disappointing. But I will root them from afar. I'll root for them from afar.
Yeah.
I wanted to just ask a question that I think will be very impactful for young people, specifically high schoolers who want to get into sports journalism that are listening to the show or watching the show. If there was one very, very solid piece of advice that you could give to, say, a high schooler on how to be successful in this business, what would it be?
I would say, I say this all the time, but I think what allowed me to be able to not get burnt out and keep going and get to this point is, if you want to be on camera or broadcast or play-by-play, whatever it is, you have to be able to laugh at yourself, because there's so many growing pains and you're going to mess up. And unfortunately, when you mess up in this job, it's on camera and people can hear it and see it. And I just think that those moments are going to come, and you just have to remember it's not that serious. And I think in this job, there's so much comparison, there's so much pressure, these moments are so stressful, and I think you can be so hard on yourself. And you just have to be able to make light of everything and grow and learn. And I would also just say, learn from the people around you, learn from the people coming before you, stay humble, and there's so much to learn. And also, again, on the comparison front, everybody is so different and brings something so different to the table. So don't worry so much about what the person next to you is doing. I think Awesome taught me a lot about that. Just being, and I the club grew so much, so many girls wanting to do the same thing. It's very hard for them. And it was for me too, to not compare. But when you stop doing that and when you start rooting for the people around you, it comes back around. And I just think it's so important to just enjoy what you're doing and remember this is sports. It's supposed to be fun and like you're gonna mess up, but you're also gonna be okay and just focus on you and what you're doing.
Totally.
Sorry, that was a lot. That was all over the place.
No, you're all good. Josh, what about you?
I mean, yeah, you talk about talking a lot, and there's me where there's that 5 minute clip of me sped up talking about really quickly the Frozen Four matchup, which it sums me up pretty well. Don't be afraid to embarrass yourself is really a big thing too, right? I think like especially post grad, like people know that you're fresh out of college, like you're gonna get made fun of a little bit, like when you mess up a few times, like, and that's the thing too. Like there's a bunch of growing pains. And you know, it's how you branch out too, is you embarrass yourself a little bit, but it gets less embarrassing, you know, the more you do it. Practice makes perfect, and finding a way to just branch out and not be afraid of failing. I mean, because you can have what if I fail? But what if you don't? Like that's the kind of thing here. Like, oh, what if we didn't enjoy doing, you know, the men's hockey reporting that we did, or what if we didn't do gloves off, but then we did, and then we, you know, got really fun jobs out of college. We're loving life, and we're continuing to branch out and try new things, and, you know, not afraid to embarrass ourselves post grad. I mean, I know that for me especially, I've already done that a few times in front of the players, including taking a spill on the ice the other day in a full suit, which was fun. But
nice. We need a video of that. We could roll some of these videos on, you know, Spotify, so people get the viewing pleasure of that. I will send the video
to you, and it looks like I'm learning to walk for the first time. It's pretty bad.
Wow.
Hey, at least you were able to learn to walk, so you got that going for you.
Well, I got hit with the teddy bear and the teddy bear toss on Saturday, so I need to find the video of that too. But well, I guess we can change the subject a little bit. I just wanted to ask, how do you guys feel that Penn State prepared you to be in the real world, to have a big kid job? Or did it not?
No, it did. It really, really did. I'm actually not kidding. Do
you feel like really experienced and well versed in your duties and stuff?
No, I really do, and I'm like so grateful for that. Like we sound like broken records, but like I'm so grateful for Penn State, and like it was the best decision I ever made. Like,
good.
And everyone like has said that to me. Like a lot of people have been like, wait, you're 22? And I'm like, they're like, how do you even know? And I'm like, Penn State's the best school ever. That's how. But no, the biggest difference is just, Josh, I don't know how you feel, but for me, the independence was like, I almost didn't know what to do with it. Like the freedom of like what I do now, it's much more so like they expect you to come up with everything, make it happen, figure it out. Whereas at Penn State, like because it's college sports, I feel like everything was so structured and like, you know, you're told exactly what you're supposed to do or allowed to do, etc. And like with my job now, when I started, I was like, wait, what am I supposed to do? And they're like, go on. But no, I mean, in terms of the whole hockey staff was just like unbelievable. Like I feel like they really let Josh and I in, and we learned so much that I learned everything. Like I can't even pin like anything you could have learned. I feel like our experiences working for hockey was everything and more that I needed going into.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that.
So you guys are good. You're in good hands.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, there's not, I mean, I'm so thankful and grateful for just Penn State, especially, you know, what the men's hockey program has done for me, for Kendall. I mean, it really prepares you in the best way. Cause I mean, you get thrown into a fire a little bit but you have some guidance in terms of like doing the student reporting or doing the sideline or the rink side, whatever it is at Penn State. And then you get to post grad. I mean, I came in there and they're like, all right, well, we expect you to have like this, and this already planned out for the next like 3 months. I'm like, oh, I don't even like have a place to live yet, but sure. Like that's great. That's great. But like Penn State helps you with that too. Cause I mean, you're balancing so many things at school. Like it's a lot different post grad because you don't have to worry about classes or assignments, but you're multitasking with so many different things that you know how to structure your time. And Penn State, like the software and the editing stuff that we use at Penn State is either the exact same stuff or sometimes better than the stuff that I've been using. Like
That's so true as well.
post grad, like it's basically comparable to what you do at Penn State. Like they have got the top of the line stuff to the point that I literally our team now started using Penn State like the same software applications that Penn State uses for the stuff that we do because it was better than the stuff that they had. And like that's part of the glory of being in a school that puts so much money, not just into the school, but specifically the journalism program as well. I mean, the last few years, the Willard Building, everything else that they've done with that, Big Ten Plus, especially, they put a lot of money into that too. But so thankful and grateful for what Penn State did, and really thankful for shout out John Hanna for putting up with my ridiculousness for the 3.5 years, including always being the guy to ask, is so and so hurt, and when is so and so coming back? Because I know we hated those questions, but they prepare you.
John,
I wonder if he watches.
He does watch.
He watched us some. He watched us a few times last year. Because remember, he called you out one time. He made fun.
Yeah, because we were making fun of him. I forget what
I think it was the beard.
Shot.
Or this stick thing. Remember when?
The stick mic.
Yes, the stick mic. And
we did that the other day. Actually, we have my coworker Rachel. Like her job is mainly the TikTok stuff, and when we would do walk off, sometimes I would hold the mic for her when she would have a question. And our schedules just haven't been the same all the time. So she was like, "What if I put a mic on a stick?" And I was like, "Oh no!" I was like,
getting flashbacks.
Yeah, and then I was like, we've done this, you can do it. And then when they posted it, he texted me and he was like, was this your idea? I was like, I mean, I told them it could work. Sure. I was like, it came from you, if that makes you happy.
I love that. I do see a lot of teams do that, though. I think it's pretty innovative. Put a mic on the stick.
We started a trend.
We've done it. We started doing it, too.
Yeah.
John, you're so trendy. Good job.
Trendsetter, John.
Trendsetter.
Nice job.
There it is.
So it seems like you guys are having a lot of fun at your big boy and big girl jobs. Can you take us through a day in your life on the job?
Yes, please.
I'll do a game day, but I mean, that's the beauty of it, is every day is different, which I like. But for example, if our game is at 7 and it's a Saturday, I'll probably get in around 9:30, 10, and then I do a game preview, so I'll write that, go to morning skate, media, pull sound bites, film preview, we edit preview, then we get ready for the pregame interview, do the same thing, and then honestly the days go by so fast because there's so much going on, and then it's game time, and then we do post game, so like kind of the same stuff that you guys are used to. I'm not gonna like bore you and geek out and go into like the nitty gritty, but that's like kind of my schedule.
Miss Instagram famous over here now.
Yeah.
Miss I'm working with 47 brand Instagram famous.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And
Elle's got her own like sponsorship too. So I mean,
can you get me some discount codes? Some of that stuff is expensive. Like
that was so cool what they posted.
Yeah, she's got a sponsor like a brand thing.
Yeah,
too.
That was super cool. That was a fun little thing that we got to do. So if you want a code, let me know.
The stuff looks really nice too.
Yeah, it's cute.
Max, why aren't people reaching out to us about this kind of thing?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Wait, Max is so active on TikTok. I see Max's TikTok every day.
I get a day in the life of an adaptive D1 athlete every day, and it's the best thing ever.
Thank you, Josh.
Never skip
you.
a video.
It's the best way for me to start my mornings.
Kendall's day in the life are always on my For You page too. I like those. And the outfit checks. Kendall, please send me links to all of your clothes, like now, please.
Oh my gosh. It's my mom. Every time people are like, oh my gosh, like, where do you get it? How do you think of stuff? I'm like, that's my mom's passion. I take no credit. It's like not even my thing. She always tells me, she's like, I don't know what you would do without me because you have terrible style.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm like obsessed with
throwing
all
you
of
under
your
the
clothes.
bus too.
I'm not even watching like your videos for the hockey part. I'm watching what's Kendall wearing today? What's Kendall wearing today? Like I am obsessed with all of it. But
thank you.
So Josh, what is your
same with my suits here?
Yeah. Josh, what does your day look like at work?
Yeah, I mean, my game days aren't nearly as in-depth because we don't have pre-game media because, I mean, junior hockey, it's really, you run the show. It's not as fancy as the Flyers. But I mean, I can take it like so. Today, got in. I'm gonna look. You won't hype yourself up. I'll hype you up because working for an NHL team right out of college
you are
is
so cool, Kendall.
pretty
like,
sick.
If I could be anybody, I would want to be you.
Yeah, honestly, like
it's awesome because there were people that I ran into that are they from the Philly area? They're from somewhere in PA and they're big Flyers fans. And I was like, oh, have you seen the videos of like the digital reporter? They're like, yeah. I was like, yeah, she was my co-host for a podcast. No biggie. Like we're basically like we're friends. Like I know her. Like I know a celebrity. Like no biggie.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I was just saying we have a celebrity on our podcast right now.
Yeah, I feel very humbled.
You have a current celebrity and then a washed Twitter celebrity.
Yeah,
so
yeah, you are pretty Twitter famous. Like you actually are.
Yeah, Josh, can we get a picture of that tweet too?
My dad sends me your tweets all the time.
Yeah. Your dad's, oh God, like in a good way or a bad way?
No, like in a good way. You're very knowledgeable and you're just always active on the tweeting.
Yeah, I took a little break. I didn't mean to take a break from tweeting about Penn State, but I was so busy. And then I tweeted the one thing about McKenna versus Martone, and it went insane.
I might have seen that.
Which, yeah. I think, is that the one you're talking about, Max? I can send that to you if that's what you're thinking about.
I don't know if it was the McKenna Martone. I think it was the picture of like your face during in Allentown.
Oh, yeah. I can send that. That's my pin.
I don't either.
Do you mind if I pull my phone? If I go on my phone?
No, go ahead. If you go to my Twitter, it's my pinned thing. It's the video of me calling the Matt DiMarcio thing.
Josh, do your day in the
yeah,
please.
I'll take you through today because it's like mine's different all the time. Same with Kendall. I mean, my game days I show up at like 2 or 3, so like 4 or 5 hours before game time. I help set up a few things, then I run through graphics, run through mic checks, and just kind of broadcast the game. But like today, showed up at like 8:30, talked to the coaches a little bit pregame. Oh, she got to the there it is. Talk to the coaches a little bit before practice. I watched a little bit of morning skate, and then I went to update graphics for this weekend, specifically for our Teddy Bear Toss. And we're playing an outdoor game in January, so I had to do some stuff for that. Oh. And then Tuesdays after practice, I do like a player interview. We call them Simbin sessions. So I just talk to a guy.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
You have?
So good.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Between all the Kendall Skalicky videos, I get 1 or 2 occasional Simbin videos. Those are great. I love those.
Dude, and the guys love them. I did a double feature today because they really wanted to do it together, and it was probably the goofiest one I've ever had. It was awesome.
I love.
So that. I do those on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, coaches shows. So I mean, every day it's different. Like it's just doing different social media stuff every day. But I'm pretty much at the rink from like 8:30 to 4 most days, and then I just go to the gym. I come home and I edit the stuff, and yeah, it's not as in depth as stuff that I would have done sometimes at Penn State, but it feels more personal because I'm like the only guy doing it.
I'm really happy to hear that you're like getting into the creative, like more personal side of it, because like I just like adore your personality so much. Like I love seeing it. Like I'm so happy that you're like getting into that space a little bit.
The guys seem to love it too. They've already got a nickname for me, and it builds off of the suits. Because remember, Guy Gadowski used to call me either suit guy or tie guy for the longest time, because I would always wear like the craziest stuff. And our first game of the season, I wore a gold vest and a gold tie because we're a black and gold team. Whoa. And so the team, everyone started calling me Hollywood because I guess
Hollywood?
gold, and that's so that's my nickname. They call me Hollywood. Someone called me Woodsy. I don't think any of them actually know my real name anymore.
I'm going to start commenting that on your post now.
Hollywood.
You please do. And every time, and my dad's like, "Why do they call you that? You're not from the West Coast." I'm like, you want to get it?
Yeah,
you want to get it.
I love that.
I'm friend / babysitter. I told him I was a babysitter the other day.
Babysitter.
Like, I kind of am. Like I have to make. The best part about it too is that a lot of these guys at this age, like they really want to get on camera too, because they want to get more notice because they're trying to find a way to go to D1 schools or D3 schools, and like by them just being on camera, they're getting more media trained. So like it's helping them at the same time, and then they're just goofy. They're so silly.
That's what I've noticed with like the freshmen, especially. the 07s that we have on the team, they love the camera. They love to ask me if we can make TikToks. I'm like, obviously, don't have to tell me twice. But
make my job easier.
The older ones just like, don't put me on. Don't put me on.
Yeah, mine is. I can't relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it like with the guys on the Flyers too? Are they like, is it mixed? Like some of them are all in on it, and some of them are kind of like, I don't really want to be on social media that much.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't say anybody is all in on it. Luckily for me, I think the interview type stuff, they like no one's giving me a hard time. Like they've honestly been so kind. Even like people were warning me like, oh, these few like are probably like they hate this, they might give you, but they've been so nice to me and like willing to do the interview stuff. It's the TikTok stuff that like it's so hard. Like there's a few of them that just they're like, do not put me on TikTok no matter what you do. But I mean it's I get it, like it's their age, like they have children, they don't even understand. But and then it's hard because I think some of the like Trevor, for example, like he's like the big social media guy, and then he started getting like teased, so now he's like trying to pull back a little, I think, and we're like, no, he was the only one we had, and now he does. But it is what it is, so it's all right. But that is the one thing, like when we do development camp and rookie camp, like they're excited about stuff more so. But again, this is a hockey thing. Hockey guys for the most part just aren't. I think it's changing a little bit with, I guess, whoever was born in 2007. That's ridiculous. But
I remember when you guys had me on, I was telling you I was born in November 2006. I don't want to like get all like egotistical, but at the time we're recording this, my birthday's actually tomorrow. I'll be turning 19.
Wow, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Not to make you guys feel even older or anything, but
you're finally joining the old people club. You're getting up there.
Yeah, I know. One more year and I'm hitting unk status, as the kids like to say. So,
dude, don't even. I've been called unk. I've been called grandpa. I think one of the kids in the team called me chunk, which I think is chopped and unk. So I'm like, I can't win. Good. I can't win.
That is awesome. Kendall, who would you say has like the biggest media personality on the Flyers?
Oh, Trevor for sure. Okay. It's not even close.
Think we can Trevor Zegras the next gloves off guest?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Imagine.
Wait, I'm so happy he's on the team though, because I think he's kind of bringing a few other guys out of their shells a little. I think we really needed someone like that. Like I think it was just like the perfect fit. But yeah, no, Trevor for sure has the biggest. I'm trying to think who else. Some of the foreign guys are funny, but it's just rough when they don't. Oh, like I don't know if you guys have seen videos of Gerbankin. He's a good one too. He's the one. He's always like, "Let's go Flyers," no matter what you ask him.
Yeah, I think I've seen that once or twice.
I love that. That is so funny. Yeah. Well, once the 07s make their way into the NHL, you won't have a problem with.
Yeah. Once Lev Katzen's a Philadelphia Flyer, you're gonna have so much fun.
Like
Dude,
today,
what a guy.
Today I was at the rink and Lev was still on the ice, and he like comes through the glass, and he's like, "Do I have a TikTok today?" And I was like, "Oh, there's just a question cam." He was like, "Okay, what's the question?" I was like, "Do you want to do a TikTok?" He was like, "No, like the question's fine." And I was like, "Okay." Like he was like asking me through the glass, like in practice. I'm like, "Lev, like."
Oh, I love that for you guys. That's
it is fun, but it's like the older guys, like especially last year, they were like not into it at all. So it's refreshing to have the younger guys
take advantage of it while it lasts.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, literally.
But I feel like at the same time they all pretend to hate it and then like they love it and repost it.
They don't like it.
Some of our guys like flip off the camera people so that like they can't use like they do it every single time. Yeah, he'll be like, "All right, that's enough," and then like start flipping them off so they can't use it.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That is.
They're really nice though. Like it's all in good fun. Like they're not actually angry. They just like don't. They're just not into it.
Yeah, they're just not into it. I mean, totally understandable. Okay. Hopefully, none of the Penn State guys get that idea because I couldn't deal with that.
Well, we might want to cut that out.
I say the families listen in. They'll probably tell their kids about it. So.
Yeah,
we don't need any of that. They're already give enough attitude sometimes, so but it's okay. Do you have any?
I really don't have anything. I think we hit everything. Guys, thank you. We understand both of you are insanely busy. As you said, you do not see the sun, and I feel like I hardly do at this point, except for when I'm going to class. But thank you so much for carving out some time out of your busy schedules to come back and make a return. I think people are going to be very excited to see your faces again.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, we have to go up for a game and just so we can do something in person too.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
we definitely should. Funny. I was there.
Clarkson weekend. I remember that.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Me and Elle ran into each other on the bus on the way to the football game that day.
We did.
And we'll find a time to go, and it'll have to be we go at the same time because I think that when I go when I'm not a fan, I'm kind of cursed. I don't think Penn State's won a game when I haven't been in the student section or working the game. They have not won because that was the one game they lost was to Clarkson. So we should go up at some point in the spring for sure.
Wait, really quick too. I just wanted to tell you guys, like, we're so proud of you. Like, it makes me so happy that you kept this going. Like, literally, my heart, like, I get so happy every time I see like a Gloves Off post. So, like, I hope you're enjoying.
I have post notifications on for it on
me
Instagram.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, I love to hear that. No, it's been so fun.
Yeah, you're doing so well. Like, I'm so proud of you guys, and I just hope you're having fun because I wish we were still there with you. But
we are having
there in spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe if you quit working for the Flyers, you can come back and
that sounds like
come work for Gloves Off again.
Hey, if Penn State's hiring Gloves Off people full time, we would love to come back.
Yeah,
we'll have to check how many subscribers we had to see if we get any
check the NIL money. That's
yeah.
How much money are we getting for these posts? But thank you guys.
Yes, thank you guys.
I missed all of your beautiful faces.